Hello my friends, so I greet you in love and light of the one infinite creator. And in today's session, I have channeled Metatron magnetic consciousness in order to query about, what is Merkabahs. Okay, now, actually I had not known about this Merkaba thing before. Maybe I had not searched about it, but it turns out, there is a lot of information about Merkabahs. And what I have channeled may be a bit different because I'm doing this under channeling, and this information is coming through me during the channeling session. So yeah, it may sometimes be different, or it may not agree with what other people are saying. So always remember to use your discernment. And in today's session, they not only talk about Metatron, not only talks about the Merkabahs, but also Metatron talks about a very important thing, that is how and why the Merkabahs are used by the light beings. Okay, so that is one thing they talk about. And the other thing they talk about is how we can activate the Merkabahs, because they said that activation of Merkabahs is very a different kind of process. So the process is explained in this session as well. And also Metatron talks about, this is really wonderful. Okay, I had asked about the status of the soul recycler machine, which had been installed in the moon satellite, right? We know that from a previous session I had done. And so they had tried to remove it. So the status of the removal, okay, the process they have explained in this session. And also I think this is wonderful news that you will hear in the session, that something massive is about to be done on the December 4th timeline. Okay, I believe it is a solar eclipse. So something they have planned to do something revolutionary. It will change our timeline forever. And also they talk about the Metatron talks about at the later stages about the pure souls. And Metatron talks about how pure souls will we'll have it if pure souls, those who are pure, you'll understand the meaning of pure souls. Okay, as you listen to the session, Metatron talks about how the pure souls will make it through easier. Okay, they will make it easier through this illusion complex. And they also explain how there are two types of catalysts which we are facing currently. So a lot of the information has been given in this session. And with that being said, here is the session, my friends. So enjoy.
I am Metatron, magnetic consciousness, and I am now communicating in the divine love and the divine grid of the universal, infinite, divine grid programmer. And I am now communicating in order to provide you with the necessary guidance. For the human collective consciousness requires this guidance at this space-time of your planetary sphere. And I, as Metatron, along with many other angelic beings, have been working for the benefit of humanity in order to ascend the human collective faster, as the window of graduation into the higher density of love and unity of the divine grid programmers plan to allow the human collective consciousness to be as the one universal divine grid programmer throughout the process of the unification of the various entities who are in essence the essence of the universal divine grid programmer's light. Hence, before my communication continues today, I would like to place a warning that each being who shall meet this message to use its own inner discernment and only accept the insights which provide this entity with the internal satisfaction of resonance with the truth. Today, this channel has requested to understand about the so-called moon recycler machine which had been installed in the satellite of your neighboring Earth space, as known by your people as the moon. In that area, the so-called negative facets of the divine grid programmers, light sequences as they are also the aspect of the divine grid programmer, had created havoc by creating a machine for the purpose of transporting the souls who cross over and to confuse them by creating a false light. Furthermore, this has now been removed by the Galactic Federation, and the location of this machine is now upon the backside of the moon, wherein this machine is still located, and in the future space-time of your continuum, this machine is being planned to be taken to the sun and then destroyed by placing it inside the sun. This process will occur in the coming space-time of December 4th, which is also a lunar cycle period, as we can detect upon the Earth planetary sphere. This event has been programmed and planned by the Universal Divine Grid Programmers Protectors, also known as the Council of Planets, and the Galactic Federation, who are planning to do so in the coming days. Furthermore, this channel has also requested information pertaining to the so-called aspect as known by your people as the Merkaba, and in this regard, I, Metatron, would like to state that the Merkaba is an advanced spiritual vehicle used by beings of light who have obtained a level of understanding of the fifth density consciousness, and this vehicle cannot be used by your people as it is beyond your capability or understanding, for the Merkaba can only be used by those beings on your planetary sphere who are of a level of fifth density sub-octave. For this vehicle requires the activation and the union and a creation of a tetrahedron with the intelligent attention upon not only one energy center but simultaneously upon the three middle points of each energy center. What this means is that the attention should be placed on firstly the red ray energy center with 100% focus on this energy center, followed by the focus on the green ray energy center 100%. However, this feat is impossible for those entities who are at a lower vibration and can only be achieved by a higher density being, as simultaneous 100% attention upon different parts of the energy center is impossible for the people of your planet in their current density. The attention, once it is placed upon the green ray energy center, then the attention has to be placed upon the violet ray energy center, which is the gateway to intelligent energy and the gateway to the Universal Divine Grid Programmer's true essence can be activated, and the energies of the Divine Grid Programmer will in-stream into the vehicle, accessing the Merkaba. This will lead to a creation of a tetrahedron surrounding the physical vehicle and the surrounding the spiritual vehicle of the entity who activates and who is able to keep simultaneous 100% attention on the 3 points. This, if followed, will allow the entity to have the opportunity to travel in space-time and also travel in time-space continuum without any delay in space-time. What this means is that those people who are desirous of entering or visiting a future timeline can use this ability of accessing the Merkaba system by the focus of complete attention on the 3 points of their energy centers. This will allow the activation of this Merkaba vehicle, and each being can travel to various space-time continuums because of the access to the Universal Divine Grid Programmer's plan to allow such beings to not have to follow the rules of the space-time illusion complex upon which you find yourself in. For many of the rules upon your planetary sphere are created as a limitation to prevent entities to access higher energies. Also remember that this instrument has requested, the purpose, and also how the pure souls will graduate into the fourth density vibration. In this regard, I as Metatron am of the opinion that each being upon the planetary sphere is a pure soul. However, there has been many attachments created upon each being. Each being firstly started as pure soul. However, with exterior attachments, it has now become muddied, like a pure water becomes muddied with the dirt that emerges from the third density environment. In a similar manner, many beings upon your planetary sphere have now been muddied by the third density illusory reality. And this is because of over-excitement or overindulgence with the third density yellow ray energy center of the egoic self. There are few pure souls who are still pure and have maintained their pure energy vibration. Those beings who have maintained their pure formality of the originality of the universal divine grid programmer will find it easier to not only handle the catalyst present in this illusion complex, but will also find it easier to graduate into the fourth density and higher sub-octave vibration, as this window is now fast approaching your planetary sphere. For there is a drastic opportunity for each being. However, the cleansing process must begin, and each being who desires to cleanse itself can follow the procedure of activation of the light grid around the physical vehicle of such beings who desire to enter again and to purify themselves to become pure souls again. For the process is simply to become a spiritual warrior, and then to understand that whatever is happening on the outside, on the third density illusion complex, is preventing such entities from attaining their pure soul, universal divine grid programmer category of light. This can be achieved by the use of your attention span, and this attention, mostly during your waking daytime, is on your egoic self or upon your mind complex, which makes you forget about your true essence, about your pure self. Hence, the process of activation is simply to glide your attention with the light, to focus your attention starting on the base of your physical vehicle, on your foot as known by your people's language, and then slowly begin to take the attention, cell after cell, body part after body part, to take the attention slowly throughout your leg. And then slowly take the attention throughout the one side of your body, up your bodily vehicle, up the arms, and then up to the fingertips. Feel the energy of light as you give attention to your bodily vehicle, and then take your attention and take it to the other side of your physical vehicle, and do the same process by gliding your attention from the bottom of your body to the top of your physical vehicle. And continuation of this process during your waking daytime will allow the activation of the light grid around your physical vehicle. This will not only make you pure once again, make your soul pure once again, but will also give you this enormous ability to handle the catalyst, since there are two types of catalysts or the struggles which can be faced upon your planetary sphere at this space-time as known by your people. For this was the plan of the universal divine grid programmer, to provide the catalyst of the internal egoic self upon reaching the third density illusion, and also to provide the catalyst of the environment. The catalyst of the environment, however, is secondary, as the catalyst of the internal self is primary, because the catalyst which emerges from the egoic self is the hardest to overcome, and once has been overcome, the catalyst of the environment automatically vanishes. Hence, to those beings upon the Earth planet currently who are struggling, remember this: the catalyst of your mind, which is the egoic self, must first be transcended if you desire to become pure once again and to activate your divine light of the universal divine grid programmer. Hence, I am Metatron. Leave you in the love of the divine universal light grid programmer. See you later.
So after watching the session myself, I have learned some great information from the session. Specifically, I learned about one thing, and that is the Merkaba. Okay, so Metatron, said that Merkaba is actually used by the light beings, and I remember from the session, Metatron said that it is used by the light beings who are at a 5th density level. Okay, so we are currently in the beginning stages of 4th density, and Metatron was saying that for using the light, that Merkaba thing. Okay, the Merkaba actually is used to travel in space-time without any time delay. So I believe it is a type of time travel kind of thing which the light beings can use. So yeah, it was really fascinating to know that. Also, Metatron said that there needs to be like activation from the violet, from the green ray, and then from the red ray. So from the 3 points, the complete activation, which I think I tried it myself. Okay, like after the session, I tried it myself to just focus 100% attention on my violet ray. And then focus. It is impossible for me, okay, to like simultaneously focus. If I'm focusing my 100% attention over this area, right, over the violet area, over the top of my head, it is impossible at the same time to focus attention on the green ray. So this is what Metatron said. The light beings who are from higher density will have the ability to do that, to simultaneously like have full attention on not only one area but in other areas as well, and that will, I believe, activate this Merkaba, which can act as a spirit vehicle, okay, for our soul. And they can travel from dimension to dimension, from timeline to timeline without any delay, as per our space-time rules, right? So this was really, really interesting, and I believe this session, the information may be a bit different than what other people have. So this is also the reason why I told you to use your discernment. And the other thing is Metatron talks about is the okay, yeah, this is very interesting. So Metatron talked about what is about to happen on the December 4th timeline. Okay, and on December 4th I believe we have the solar eclipse, which is going to happen, and the Galactic Federation, they have planned to so the extraction of the moon recycler machine of the Orions was actually done by the Federation, I believe, a few days before, when there was a lunar eclipse, right? So it was successful, and then now on December 4th the solar eclipse is starting, and what they are trying to do is take the moon recycler and then they are trying to put it inside the sun. So I believe they want to destroy it by taking it to the sun. So that's what they are trying to do in this coming December 4th. And I believe if they are able to do that, then it will be wonderful, because we will no longer be confused when we cross over. We will no longer be confused by the light, because normally they said that the soul trapper was using a false light to distract people from reaching into higher dimensions. So wonderful, right? This is great news for me as well. And other thing is they said about the catalyst. Okay, they said the pure souls, right? They said that we all are pure souls. Okay, we all came from unity. We all came from the same creator, the universal great programmer, whatever, right? We all came from the same aspect. And then when we came here, what happened was that we forgot about our our true nature, right? We forgot about our true nature by indulging too much in the third density reality, by like fully becoming engrossed in what is happening on the outside world, by being attached with the third density reality, like words, sounds, thought forms, and all of the stuff, right? And because of that, I believe we are now at a stage wherein we have to return back to our true self, which is our pure self. And the process to return back to our true self, Metatron said, is simply to firstly, making ourselves pure again. And Metatron gave an analogy of a pure water. If we take some pure water and then we mix in some mud, then it becomes dirty, right? In a similar manner, we are pure. All of us are pure, okay? Metatron said that every single soul is pure, but we have become impure by attaching ourselves with what is happening outside. And to like fully become pure again is simply to detach ourselves from our egoic self. This is what Metatron said. And how that can be done is, Metatron explained a process of activating the light grid around our body. And the process is very I found it very, very wonderful. And the process is simply to just take your attention, give you 100% attention from the bottom of your body, and slowly like take your attention, slowly feel the attention rising up through every single part of your body, and then slowly you just take it throughout your body, right? Throughout your body, you do cycles, okay? Cycles of this attention throughout your body, like 1 cycle, 2 cycle, 3 cycle, right? And then I believe you will create this magnificent light grid around your body. So yeah, this was like very, very wonderful and very helpful for me, and I hope it helps you a lot, for those who like wanted to know, wanted to like some people they struggle with the egoic self, they struggle with the letting go of the egoic self. So I believe this is the next step, okay? This is actually wonderful, right? And Metatron also talks about how the pure souls, right, if you are able to firstly overcome your inner catalyst. The inner catalyst is provided by the egoic self or the mind. So if we are able to overcome that, then the catalyst from the environment will automatically disentangle, or it will automatically vanish. So the first process is to firstly overcome the catalyst of our own self, which happens inside, right? So this is very, very wonderful. I learned a lot from the session, and I thank you all for watching the video, and I also thank you all for those who are sending me emails for the past live sessions. I will add you to the list, and then when I get free time, I'll send you out emails, okay? So I can help you also understand about your pathway, about your journey in this incarnation. And the other thing is, I want to say a big thank you to all of my Patreon supporters, because Patreon is a wonderful community. I have a wonderful community on Patreon where I can share anything, okay? Like I can share about anything. They don't have any censorship yet, and I like that. And also I want to say big thank you for all of you for watching the video, and until we meet again, see you later. Thank you.